Get my microphone thing fixed up here. There we go. Gotta make sure my voice is going in the right spot, right? All right, just waiting on YouTube Studio, and sure enough, YouTube Studio is up and running. What's going on, everybody? Crazy Dog back with Game 2 of the Western Conference Finals, featuring the Minnesota Timberwolves and the Oklahoma City Thunder. Now, Game 1 was, if you were a Thunder fan, or if you're a Thunder fan, Game 1 was a doozy for you. You loved every bit of that one. And if you're a Timberwolves fan, well, you weren't really having that much fun. It was close for a little bit, but of course, as always, the freaking... Oh yeah, they gotta introduce the MVP, SGA. Happy Thursday. What's up, Coach? What's up, Daniel? So they're going to officially give the MVP to SGA. Yep. Wow. Now, the cool part is NBC's taking over coverage next year, and they'll be doing the intros like they did in the old days on ABC and that. Remember that? For the NBA Finals, when they do the intros, they don't do that anymore. NBC said they'll be doing that. Ooh, that'd be fun. Yeah. Just like what you'd see on the regional broadcasts. But yeah, Game 1 of this series obviously went the Thunder's way. They almost won by, 26 points? And, yeah, in that game, as they, officially award SGA the MVP, which he rightfully deserved, not gonna lie. He had a monster year. So, yeah, Julius Randle did all he could to help out Ant. But, unfortunately, no one else really showed up. McDaniels, Gobert stunk, and Conley barely did anything. They made a combined 6 for 16. Now, Randall and Edwards didn't even do that well either. They were a combined, 14 for 26. So, again, not the worst, but you need better out of, especially your bench guys. Nas, Dante, and Null, a combined 7 for 36. Oh, it sucks. Because those were the 3 most used players off the bench, and they stunk. Naz Reid has been so reliable. He had 8 rebounds, but he made 1 shot from the field. Like, come on, Maine. What the heck was that? Essentially, Ant could go for like 40 plus, and it wouldn't even matter. Because you look at what the Thunder did. They had essentially their top 4 all show up. SGA, of course, always shows up. Jalen Williams, 19 points. Jet, 15. 12 from Isaiah Hartenstein. I expect more of that from them in this game. And they might even get a nice little showing from Dort, too. And in terms of their bench didn't really need to do much. Caruso, 3 for 4. Isaiah Joe, 1 for 2. I mean, their most used guys were Kayson Wallace, who only took 4 shots, and Caruso, who took 3 for 4. It was amazing, given his role, right? Key. As we've seen, I mean, with my Cavs. Look how many times we've had games like that, right? Your starters show out, and then you get a little help from the bench. That's why I say all the time, especially now, the Cavs need to maybe reshuffle the bench a little bit. Get better players for the bench. I mean, a gimmick player or two, you know, a guy that's only got like one specific role. Like Dean Wade hasn't really been an offensive guy in a while. Unfortunately, it seems like whenever he gets something going, he gets hurt, just like Isaac. And Sam Merrill, he's not bad. I would be down with bringing him back because when he's hot, he is hot. He's like scorching hot. He's like Curry hot, damn near. But like when he's not making his shots, he's worthless. He's useless. They have too many of those players. That's what I always said with George Niang. He was the ultimate example of one of those players, where if he's not doing whatever, he's useless. We brought in DeAndre Hunter, and we saw how useful he was. Now, it'll be interesting to see if they maybe think about putting Dre in the starting lineup. I wonder if they would consider trading Strus. I don't think they would, but I mean, they kind of have to make moves. And Strus, this dude, Strus, really was in the group chat talking about, essentially, you know, if you ain't going to try or whatever, get at, you know, don't even show up. Dude didn't even make a damn shot in game 5. Ah, man. This was a few games removed from him being the number 2 guy next to Donovan because no one else really was there. By the way, the Guardians looking pretty good. They're up 3-0, top of the 8th. So there's SGA. That's a nice looking SGA mural. As I'm about ready to make the switch. Game 2 coming up. Oh, yeah. Should be a good one. At least I hope so. If this ends up being another freaking blowout, I'm going to be so mad. Honestly, it's just the way the Thunder are. I've seen it happen many, many, many times. Oh, look at that. We got our first certified troll. Not a troll, but a spammer. And of course, my YouTube studio doesn't want to show comments. Bro, has anyone else's Twitter been acting up today? I actually did see something that said that Twitter had another cyber attack. It's crazy though. Twitter never really experienced a lot of cyber attacks until you know who took over the site. And we all know why. Nobody likes him. He's cringe. Mr. Cringe. Wow, JWM got another base hit. I know Tigers fans hate his guts. He's so annoying to them. But, you know, I mean, every team in this division has a guy like that, except for the White Sox. They ain't got nobody. But still, think about it. We have J-Ram, you know, the Twins. They have Royce Lewis and Correa and Buxton. They have 3 of those kind of players. Annoying asses. You know what I'm saying? Kirilloff was one of those guys too, but he just could not stay healthy. Poor guy. But yeah, they got Correa, they got Buxton, right? And then the Royals, of course, got Bobby Witt. And he's like an MVP level player. Yeah. The Tigers, I guess they kind of have that in Riley Green and Torque. I guess they could be like that. I mean, Tigers are actually good for once, so it'll be interesting to see who else really shows up. You know, I mean, I'm looking at their lineup right now. They don't really have anybody on the level of a J-Ram in terms of like, I hate this guy so much. That was Miggy until he retired. And I still find it funny how that dude was there all that time and they were bad for a while. He retires, and what do you know? They get good again. Go figure. So we should be underway here within the next, I'll say 3 minutes or so. It's usually about 15 or so minutes past for ESPN, because you know how they are. They're always like this. Even for regular season games, they take forever to get the game going. Right? They're always like this. And of course, and TNT, I like TNT because they're right on time. Makes me wonder, how is NBC going to be? Right? Are they going to be like this? Or are they going to be the same? Like TNT, where they're right on it. Like the top of the hour hits, and they're jumping into the broadcast coverage. They go to the sideline reporter with like 1 minute to go, and they're ready to go. I can understand tonight because of the MVP thing, but still, come on. Practically 15 minutes past the hour. Freaking crazy, man. All right, so it looks like we're about ready for tip-off here in a few moments. What's up, Paramshot? I'm sure we might see an appearance. Oh my God, 3-0 Florida. Jeez. All right, so tip-off will be coming up here momentarily as they're getting ready to go to the court. Starting 5 for Minnesota: Conley, Randall, Edwards, Gobert, and McDaniels. And for the Thunder, it's Dort, Williams, SGA, Holmgren, and Hartenstein. Wolves are in their home white jerseys with the blue upper quarter up to the shoulders. And the Thunder are in their blue unis. If we actually have 2 more bats in the lineup, we could be scary. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And we're ready to go. Fans are rocking the blue today. So I like OKC fans because they rock out with the theme. You don't really see anybody not wearing the shirts. But anyways, Timberwolves win the tip. And we're underway. Game 2 at the Paycom Center. McDaniels gives it off. Edwards baseline. Kick out McDaniels. Conley around the horn. Randall threes. No good. And here comes the Thunder for their first possession. OKC on the screen. SGA drives on Gobert. Slams on the brakes. Kick it out. Dort. Here's Williams. Over to Holmgren for 3. It's no good. And now here comes Anthony Edwards. I saw something that said he stayed up until like 3 a.m. recently to watch game 1. Like a replay with a coach. And Conley for 2 is no good. Tip back to Edwards. Goes back up and good. Got the friendly roll. 54 to go. Just starting here in the first quarter. Here's Hartenstein. Inside, Holmgren turnaround 2 is too easy. 10:40 to go. 10:30 and counting here. Here's Randall. Falls down. And there's a little tie up. Jump ball. Got a jump ball coming up here, guys. And of course, I got to have the Guardians game on my phone here. I'm going to pull it up on my phone to keep track of what's. So we got a jump ball in the right circle. 10:27 to go. And the jump ball is tipped back out of bounds. And it will go. Uh-oh, Scott Foster hurt himself? Uh-oh. Oh, he's bleeding. Oh, no. The ref got a little shot to the face area, I guess. He called for a towel, and they're going to need to plug his nose up. Let's see this too often now. Scott Foster, did he get popped in the face? Right? Oh, yeah, he took a inadvertent rake right to the nose by Dort. Got whacked in the face. You don't see that too often with a ref getting whacked like that. Now the Guardians are going to give up base runners now that I stopped watching. Tale as old as time. Oh, Tim Herron's in the game. That's why. course. Ivy comes out, and then Tim Herron gives up base hits. Tradition as old as time. Starter was cooking, and now the bullpen going to come in and pull a freaking good job. I'll be shocked if they tie the game up before this inning's over with. Tanner Bybee serving up an amazing outing, and then bullpen. Bullpen. 10:23 to go. Still fixing Scott Foster's nose. You don't see that again. You don't see that really too often where referees get whacked like that. Because he's going up for it and then I'm right across the side of the nose. Dude, Tim Herron kind of stinks, bruh. Surprised they don't go Gaddis. Or I was going to say Cade, but nah, I don't know about Cade. But Gaddis, though. Right? I mean, damn. Going with Tim Herron against Henry Malloy. You know, the Guardians, they'll somehow weasel their way out of it and maybe get out of it without giving up a run. That'd be beautiful. Tim Herron, though, bro, like some of these pitchers we have do not need to be on the major league team right now. They don't need to be pitching in this situation. All right, so Foster's all right. You see him walking around, nose plugged up. This bum's gonna walk the bases loaded. This dude stinks. Freaking Herron sucks. Kick out Hartenstein, floater, good. And it's a 4-2 lead for OKC. Getting it started. Pull up two, in and out. Brought down by Hartenstein, and he walked him. Bases loaded, nobody out. Here we go. Of course. Pull up two, good. Yeah, we already know what's going to happen now. 9:47 to go. They cooked all game, and now the bullpen's going to blow it. Gotta love it. Classic blow pen. Good job, Vote. Might as well have just put Junis in, right? If you're gonna punt it, is good in the corner by Jaden McDaniels. I guess I'll take a double play for giving up a run, I guess. These bozos ain't gonna do it. Oh, Stephen Vogt, you're my guy. I like you as a manager, but you got to know your situations. Why Tim Herron over Gaddis, right? I'm not even going to say, I think Seawald's hurt, so yeah, we're not going to see him. Duh. Kick out to Dort for three is no good. And Cade Smith is going to come in. Oh, joy. Yeah, put him in with bases loaded. Yep, things will go well, I'm sure. Should have just brought him in to begin with. Steven. Three is missed. Good old Steven Vogt. Of course. Yep. Here's SGA. That'll go over well, I'm sure. SGA. Kick out. Chet. Nice pass to Williams. Pull up two. Good. It's 8-5. Here's Edwards. Behind the back. Saucing up Dort. Oh, what a screen. Gets the bucket, but damn, that was a gnarly screen. I think that was Gobert. Surprised they didn't call a foul. But the way these refs have been. Here's Hartenstein. SGA. Pull up two. Baseline. Good. It's 10-7. Wow, yeah. Pull up. Goes up. Rebounded by Randall up. And he missed it. Drive. Blocked on the other end by McDaniels. Hartenstein, the Dort, up and in. Three. Good for Conley. Hey, Mikey Conley, I see you. Hey, buddy. Look at my Buckeye out here, still cooking at his old age. Goes out of bounds. They're going to say a foul on SGA. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why Vogt went with Heron first instead of Cade to begin with. Oh, it struck out Badu. All right. Double play ends the inning. That'd be beautiful. Where did he get him? Let's see here. Oh, I see. He was getting him up top, boom, and then up top, and then dropped it on him, and then struck him out on a pitch up above. Feed me more purple circles, Cade. The ref is hurt. Yeah, he got whacked in the side of his face on the jump ball. Not the first jump ball. The one after the ball went out of bounds. The one in the right circle. He kind of got a little shoot to the side of the nose. So now he has to walk around with a tissue hanging out of his nose. Here, for anyone who's not watching, let me visualize this for you guys, all right? This is essentially what Scott Foster is probably going to look like now for the next, at least half. This is what he's going to look like until his nose stops bleeding. This looks on TV, though. I feel him, though. I've dealt with nosebleeds before, but not getting whacked in the face. That's tough stuff, man. That's tough stuff. Struck him out. Okay, Cade. Damn. Oh, he went low on him. Damn. All right. Riley Green. Boy. Yeah, but guys, I'm wearing the Cleveland shirt that I've worn many, many times in videos. So the MVP trophy is named after MJ. I didn't know that. Why does it look like Kareem Skyhook, though? I don't know. Ask the designers. It's a good question, though. It's named after MJ, but it looks like a skyhook. Well, it's like ask the designer. Hmm. That's funny, though. I have to really take a good look at the trophy. I'd have to take a real good look at the trophy to really see it. So yeah, call timeout following the foul. 3-0 Florida over Carolina after one period. Florida's looking like they're going to try and do it again. They're trying to continue the tradition of Florida winning Stanley Cups, starting with Tampa and now them. So there's a live look outside of downtown OKC. All right, so Cason Wallace enters for Chet. Oh, right there. That's what that happened. And he struck out Riley Green. Cade, damn it. Let's go, Cade. Hell yeah. Bases loaded, nobody out. They don't score. Beautiful work by Cade. But Tim Heron still stinks, don't get me wrong. 3 in the corners. Good. This came a day after he blew a chance against Minnesota. So he redeemed himself. Beautiful work by Cade. Kick out. 3 ball is good. Yeah, if there's a team you do not want to get in a firefight with, it's OKC right now. And Randall lost it out of bounds. It'll go back to the Thunder. Wow. So DiVincenzo is back in. 6:12 to go, by the way. Yeah. Williams, baseline, Hartenstein misses. Edwards, 5:55 to go in the first. Ant works inside, kick out corner. McDaniels is missed. Back comes the Thunder off the miss. Here's Williams against DiVincenzo. Double D. Williams. Pull up two. Good. Silky smooth finish. Uh, wow. Sorry, guys. I'm tweeting about Cade Smith. He's still pretty good. 19-13, OKC leads. Thanks to SGA. Here's Edwards. Left wing side. McDaniels to Gobert. Bumped in, missed it. Back comes the Thunder. Here's SGA. Drives against Dante. Backing him down. Turn around. Jumper. Get off the glass. All right. Back the other way. And it goes out of bounds or whatever. So that'll get Chet Holmgren back in for Jalen Williams. Isaiah Joe enters for Hartenstein. And Naz Reid will enter for the first time tonight for Julius Randle. Remember, it was their bench that essentially really ruined them last game because they really didn't do anything. I talked about what their bench didn't do in game one, and they really need to show out here. Dante, drive, up, good. Is already off to a better start. True, kind of is. 4:13 to go. Here's SGA. Kick out to Chet. Chet, up top for Joe. Chet, drive, up, airballed it. He bricked it. Back comes Anthony Edwards. Fires for threes. No good. I don't know about that shot attempt. I don't know about that selection. Here's SGA. Drives. Goes up and draws the foul. 2 shots coming up. So 2 shots coming up. Foul is on Rudy Gobert. His first. And of course, tomorrow I'll be live for game 2 of Knicks Pacers after Pacers did it again in game 1. This is just the movement that he gets. A little bit of hesitation. He puts defenders in tough spots. Say what you want about the free throw attempts. He knows how to make defenses foul. 14 free throw attempts. All right. 3:41 to go. It's 23-15. SGA doing his usual Usual stuff, getting to the line and everything. Goes up and blocked. Back to Gobert. Back up to Nas for three. Missed again. Tip is missed. And I thought that would have been a whistle. Nothing called. Here's SGA. Races up the floor and he lost it out of bounds. It'll stay with the Thunder. And of course, they were looking for a foul. Nothing called. Santana, Schneemann, and Bo Naylor, huh? Wow, okay. All right, here's Dante. Over to Edwards. DiVincenzo for three is good. Yeah, they need him to really, really show out in this series. In this game, especially, because he did nothing in game one. And here's SGA out to Chet. Chet spins up and draws the foul. Ooh, 2-1 now. They walked Schneemann. Wow, back-to-back walks. Okay. And then Bo Naylor up now. Let's add some more insurance runs. Thank you. Funny, I say insurance runs, and Progressive is the naming team. Would have made sense if it was Kareem name since he got 6. That's true. That's true. Hey, we scored. Wonder how. Homer? Just let it be a Bo 3-1 homer? Probably not. No. It was a wild pitch. Oh, dear. That's tough. A wild pitch scores a run. Let's go. What did a wild pitch? Because Bo ended up on second. It's one hell of a wild pitch. I'll say that for sure. Damn. Anyways, T-Wolves called timeout. 23-18 Thunder lead. I don't know what the heck's going on right now. This thing's tripping. Okay, 4-0. Fielder's choice. Santana scored. Nobody out. Schneemann to third. Bo to second. Missed catch error by third baseman McKinstry. Eee, that's got to be horrible. For nothing, nobody out. Martinez at the plate. John Brebbia coming in the pitch. Guardians can blow the game wide ass open. Washington's up 7-6, bottom 7, bases loaded in this. Wow, that's crazy, man. That's crazy, man. Yeah, shout out to everybody watching along tonight. I'm sure, RQ and maybe Duke Bothers will pop in. I know Duke will probably pop in to say Thunder up. Yeah. My dude over there, man. I've said it many times before now. Duke Bothers was the only one. He'll probably be the only one that I've willingly done a bet with. Because for me to do a bet with you, I gotta trust you. Right? And he's a genuine good guy. He ain't no fraud, I guess you could say. In terms of content creators, he's one of the good ones. Yep. Seawald even tweeted, "Hey, mother-loving Smith. SeaWorld. Welcome to SeaWorld." So Alex Caruso will enter for Dort, and Julius Randle returns for Rudy Gobert. So on the floor will be Randle, Edwards, and Reed, DiVincenzo, and Alexander Walker for the T-Wolves. Holmgren, SGA, Caruso, Joe, and Wallace for the Thunder. Chet shooting 2. Oh, we scored again? Watch it be another homer, I swear to God, bro. No, it's probably a double or something. Oh, a double. Yeah, line drive. Ball must have got past the left fielder. 2 more runs score. Hell yeah. Let's go. 6-0 now. Love to see it. So yeah, Chet makes both free throws. And here comes Randall. Over to DiVincenzo. The cat trade. Back in town. Drive. Towns. Up. Good. I'm sorry, that's not Towns. That's Edwards. I had Towns on my mind. Hey, yo. Kick out. Joe for 3s. No good. No, Joe. All right, I'll stop. Chet. Here's Joe. Pass to Chet. He's up and got it. I think he wanted to throw it down, but he aborted mission and just went for the layup. Up by 7. Here's Nas. Corner all alone is Randall. Good closeout. Kick out. McDaniels. 3 is good. Did I say McDaniels? That was actually Alexander Walker. I don't know why I thought it was McDaniels. It was actually Alexander Walker. Oh, that was weird. I thought it was McDaniels for some reason. Oh well. Oh, struck out Noel. Dude, he stinks. Like I'm saying, they need to send Noel down, bro. He stinks. He can't get in the rhythm because he doesn't play every day. Look at that hezzy. Oh yeah. Dude levitating in the air. Stephen Kwan 0 for 4. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm real sure. So 2 shots again for Chet Holmgren. First free throw is good. Ken Williams will enter for Isaiah Joe. So Randall, Edwards, Reed, DiVincenzo, and Alexander Walker for the Wolves. Holmgren, SGA, Ken Williams, Caruso, and Wallace on the floor for the Thunder. Second free throw is good for Chet. Here's Reed up top. 1:25 to go. Wow, a base hit. Let's go, Quan. Like I said, he's always going to get a hit, regardless. Reinhardt not returning. That's tough. Here's Edwards. Step back 2. No good. Well, that'll put runners on the corners for Lane. The Lane train. Woo woo, baby. Woo woo. 3 in the corners. Too strong. And it goes out of bounds back to the Wolves. If it seems like I'm partially distracted, I'm keeping an eye on the Guardians game. I got the game day app thing on my phone right now. So I'm kind of peeking down to see what the Guardians are doing. They're up 6-0 right now. 29-23 with about less than a minute to go. Edwards, kick back out. Or here's Edwards. Drives right in there. Almost got blocked by Holmgren. How did that not get swatted? Drive, SGA, kick out. 3 ball, too strong. Brought down by Edwards. Edwards, kick out. Dante, got him in the flyby. Drives up. Nice pass. Edwards fires in and out. Half of these things should be like going down, but they're like halfway in and then they get pooped out. They get rejected. Hey, more runs. Let's go, Lane. Woo woo, baby. Woo woo. 3 ball. Short. And that's it for the first quarter. How did he score? Sack fly? Hey, I'll take a sack fly. 7-0. Touchdown, Guardians. Woo woo, baby. Woo woo. Yeah. 29-25. Thunder lead after 1. Woo woo, baby. Woo woo. Woo woo. It's a start. It's something. Martinez doubled. Yep. I literally got it on my phone right here. Yeah, I'm keeping an eye on it. So if you see me constantly glancing down, that's what I'm looking at. Oh my God, I got another damn spammer. You know, for a chat that barely has more than 10 people in it right now, got a lot of these stupid spam accounts. People really be doing this stuff. Like, I don't even know what their purpose is. What's the purpose of these stupid accounts? The first one was NBA Conference Final live NBA HD TV. And then NBA Conference Final live. Like, what is the purpose? All they do is come in and put, emojis. Well, I think it's because when streaming was first started by YouTube, I think they used to post links. Yeah, they would literally come into your stream and post a link to, or maybe the link would actually be in the name. They can't do that anymore. So, yeah. If you'll notice in the name, it has a comma between the NBA HD TV and com, which is weird because these games are on cable. And let me tell you, you have a cable package that doesn't, well, I get it now because ESPN and, TNT. But if you don't have ABC, which is a primary station for the big four, what kind of cable package do you have? I need to know because, yeah, it's dumb. All right, so, wow. Freaking J-Ram, 3-1 count. Doesn't even get anything on it. That's tough. Freaking J-Ram. Guardians up 7-0. Oh, he flew out the left field. Okay, he didn't strike out. I can't be too mad. Because you never know with him. He could always go yard. Kendrick Perkins receives a standing ovation. How far did he hit it? Oh, 202? Weak ass little feeble flyout. Okay. His hitting streak continues, though. So I'm not mad about that. We're up 7-0. I don't really care. So Aaron Wiggins will come in for SGA, and Ken Williams will take a seat to start the second quarter. Of course, they officially gave the MVP trophy to SGA before this game, so we're going to see Jalen Williams back in for Ken Williams. Jalen for Ken. That's, I think, J-Dub, technically. And Mike Conley will be in for Anthony Edwards. J-Dub. Oh, they got Matt Festa in there. Obviously, they're not going to burn their freaking closer in a 7-0 game. Although he could probably use the work, but yeah, I'm not going to, use him now. Especially when they haven't really used him much. Especially the last week, because they've sucked. So anyways, from left to right, there's a steal. Turnover, here's DiVincenzo to Nas for three. He's way off again. He is struggling right now. My God. He can't hit much of anything right now. Jeez. Caruso. Here's Wallace inside. Williams. Turnaround jumper. Good. Back comes Conley. Conley against Wallace. And it's kickball. Against Denver. He responded playing game 7. He was dynamic in the second half of game 2, and all of let J-Dub confidence is back. Yup. All right. Here's Conley. Gets it off to Reed. Reed working inside on J-Dub. Goes inside on him and gets the basket. Talk about a tough bucket. Man, all that traffic in the way. His first make of the night. Kick out Caruso. Holmgren around the horn. Wiggins. Kick back out. 3-ball. Wallace is no good. Brought down. Saved by Wiggins. 2 outs. Wow. Damn, 2 turnovers to start off. Tough. That's a foul on Chet. Wow. Here's Conley. Goes inside. Reed for 2. He's already done more than he did last game. Which isn't saying much. Goes inside. Wallace. Corner 3. No by Caruso. Back comes DiVincenzo. DiVincenzo out to Randall. Dante for 3 is good. And they're up by 1. Wow. Up 2 by Wall. Oh, was that? Yeah, that was Williams. J-Dub for 2. All right. 3 for DiVincenzo. No good. Trying to keep that thing going, I guess. All right, then. Chet, good. 36, 32. Chet hitting threes. What a time. What a time. 3 ball is right back at you by no. No, bro, no. Nikhil Alexander Walker. Corner. Here's Wallace. And he lost it out of bounds. So yeah, Guardians finished the shutout. What the heck? 3 ball is missed. Back comes the Wolves. Reed over to Dante. Dante out to here's Randall. Up and in with the left is good. I'm out Thunder. All right, guys. Nickname for me is Lame Train. Well, we all know Lane Thomas. He's more like late. He's a late season blossomer, I guess. Remember, the first month we had him, he was horrible. People were questioning the trade, but then he showed up and showed out when it mattered most. All right. So Bybee now. Love to see that out of him. So let's see here. Yeah, Bybee, 8 Ks and 7 shutout innings for Tanner Bybee. Love it. Tanner Bybee. Bullpen was phenomenal, like, of course. Yep. Two RBIs for Carlos Santana. No, I'm not going to call him that. I'm not going to call him that. RBI for Lane Thomas. And that's it. Okay. Thomas. Guardians shut out the Tigers to start the series. Beautiful. Wonderful. Oh, yeah. There we are. Shout out to everybody watching along tonight. We're having a blast. Guardians looking look good today. They won 7-zip. So they've won 2 in a row now. All of a sudden, this team just plays so much better in division. It's so weird. This team looked feeble as hell against the Reds. And now they've won back-to-back games now. They should have honestly won 3 in a row. But, I'm not going to complain. They've scored 5.5, 5+ runs now, 3 straight games. There we go. Angels in the outfield. Oh my God. All right. Yeah. Well, timeout. All of a sudden, we got ourselves a game. What's up, Chua? There we go. Yeah. 37-36. Doesn't appear to be any other changes. SGA is in for Chet Holmgren. That's the only change to the lineup right now. Now I can lock in on this game here. It's a complete different, but sometimes it takes you a game to figure out what's their strengths and weaknesses. Wow. All right, here's Wallace. Drives, goes right up and in for 2. All right, here comes the Wolves. How do they respond? Conley over to DiVincenzo. Dante approaching halfway through this quarter. 7:40 to go here in the second quarter. Back out. Caruso for 3. I tell you what, if Thunder fans had a chance to possibly, undo the trade for Giddey, the Giddey for Caruso, they'd be like, hell no, we like Caruso. They would choose to keep the trade. Sometimes you see a trade flop and teams would be like, I wish we didn't do that. Well, these guys are like, yeah, it's good, don't get me wrong, but Caruso just brings another level, especially on defense. Never forget he was on the Lakers and they let him go for some dumb reason. Because, they wanted to, for some reason, get older, which was an interesting strategy, right? Usually you'd want a nice young core to help your star players long term, and they wanted to get a little older. Look at the Cavs. We got Donovan and we got our nice young core, but I could see them changing things up though. So they said Caruso was charged with the foul. They're going to look at this. By the way, Scott Foster does not have the tissue in his nose anymore. I can imagine that was a pain to run back and forth with. Right, so no, not a hostile act. Here's Edwards trying to sauce up SGA. Drive. Kick back out. Open Conley. Too strong. Brought down hard by Hartenstein, and he gets fouled. All right, well, up top. Wiggins over to SGA. Nice pass inside. Hartenstein drops the foul and the. No, they're going to say on the floor. Foul on the floor. No basket. Ref made sure to clarify. Foul on the floor. Look at that pass underneath. Yeah, there's the foul right there. Prior, he wasn't going up with it. So, tough. 6:50 to go here in the first half. Naz Reid will take a seat. Julius Randle returns. Here's Wiggins. Corner. Cross court. Wallace against Ant for three. No good. Too strong. Brought down. Nice pass. McDaniels goes up and gets the two. McDaniels has 8 points. That's what you want to see. Caruso inside the paint. Pull up good. 6:13 to go here in the half. Here comes Conley. Conley against Wiggins. Edwards goes to his corner. Kick out. Oh, nice. Almost a steal there. Conley. Corner open. Edwards threes. Good. Ant now has 11. SGA. Here's Wiggins. Right wing side. Caruso. Two is good. Again, mid range. It's like a layup to him. Edwards. Under halfway through this quarter. Just past halfway. Edwards for three. In and out. Bounced off the inner part of the rim near where the connector piece is. SGA against McDaniels. Pull up three is blocked. Yeah, pull up three was blocked. How about that? Edwards. Left wing side from left to right. Randall. Backing him down. And a lazy pass is stolen. SGA. No foul called, surprisingly. Good defense by Ant. Pull up missed. Gobert back in the game. Gets the rebound. Here comes Ant. Ant. Up and in the foul. 3-point play coming up here as SGA charged with the foul. His second. Timeout Thunder. All right. Lame train. So wait, Paramjot, if his nickname is the lame train, like how I go woo woo baby woo woo, do you go boo boo baby boo boo? I'll stop. Oh yeah. Yeah. Guardians come out to play. Yeah. Guardians come out to play. Yeah. All right, guys. Sorry about that. I was listening to something. All right, so he made a free throw. It's 47-45. Hartenstein made a nice little 9-footer. And then DiVincenzo stepped out of bounds, of course. They called a palming turnover on SGA. Too often. Wow. And that's how we get caught up. 3:54 to go here in the half. Game 3, Saturday, 8:30 on ABC. Mike Breen. Breen! No. Mike Breen's going to be doing, I think, every game from this point on for ESPN. And then, of course, the NBA Finals. Here's SGA. Off balance, up, and it falls outside. That's tough. I thought that was going to fall in. Wow. SGA backing down. Off balance, 2 is good. Then he goes and does that. Like, all right, buddy. Okay. Here's Dante with 3:11 to go in the half already. Edwards. Screened by Gobert. 3. No. And then McDaniels falls down. Here's Williams. 3 is in and out. Wow, so many of these things could have fallen. Edwards gets fouled. Uh-oh. And Stein goes down. And Caruso with the foul. And now Chet Holmgren returns for Caruso. DiVincenzo. There's Randall, Dante up top. Goes inside. Nice passing. And for 3. In and out again. 2:30 to go in the half. Here's SGA. Up top. Right. Passed and goes up. Fouled. 2 shots coming up. Free throw number 1 is good. One more coming up for SGA. He's got 12 or 11 now. But here comes second one up and good. He's got 12. There's Mr. Presti, the GM of the Thunder, the mastermind behind this roster. And it all started with that Paul George trade. McDaniels is good. Isn't that crazy, though? This run of dominance these last couple of years, it started with the SGA trade. I mean, yeah, with the Paul George trade, where they got SGA. Pull up is good for 2 by SGA. By the way, Washington, Atlanta tied at 7, top 10. Ooh. 53-48. Dante! No good. And now here comes Williams with minute 38 to go. Drive. 3. No. We got a timeout. Minnesota. Be right back, guys. I'm gonna get something to drink and maybe a snack too. I'll be right back. Oh, my camera froze again. Damn it. Oh, wait, we're back. We back? No. You can't see me. You can't see me. Right back, guys. Pacers Knicks game 2, about to reach 300 plus points combined tomorrow, triple overtime. Man, that would be nuts. But I'll be right back, guys. Don't go nowhere. I'll know if you left. Well, all right, we back, guys. We back just in time. My camera wants to start the freezing game again, I see. All right, that's fun. Gonna play this kind of game now, huh? Am I really gonna have to restart this piece of crap? Well, we're pretty much at half. So, what I'll do is restart it. 3.4 to go. Thunder up 7 after the first free throw by SGA. Got me some Chex Mix to munch on. Think we're good now. Free throw number 2 is good. 3 at the buzzer. No good by Ant. And that's it for the first half. 58-50. Thunder lead. Um, now, you already know what time it is. Well, time to go over the box score. For the Timberwolves, overall, 20 of 48 from the field, 42%. 9 of 24 from three, 37.5%. And they've only shot one free throw. One free throw the entire first half. Oh, wow. So that was from Ant on the and one. 22 rebounds, 15 assists, 1 steal, 3 blocks, 6 turnovers, and 9 fouls. Of course, Ant with 16 to lead the way, 11 for McDaniels, 3 for Conley, 2 for Randall, nothing for Gobert, of course. And then off the bench, 8 for DiVincenzo, 6 for Walker, and 4 for Reed. And then we go to the Thunder. Overall, they're not doing much better. 22 of 44 from the field, 50%. 4 of 20 from 3, 20%. And 10 for 10 from the line. All from Chet and SGA. Yeah. They have 24 rebounds, 15 assists, 3 steals, 1 block, 3 turnovers, and 5 fouls. Leading the way is SGA with 19, 11 for Chet, 10 for Jalen Williams, J-Dub, 4 for Hartenstein, and 5 for Dort. And then off the bench, they're getting really nothing from anybody not named Caruso and Wallace. 7 for Alex Caruso, 2 for Case and Wallace. That's it. Of course, those two are the most, they've played the most off the bench so far. Nobody else. The other 3 guys haven't really played much at all. So that's it. So that is the first half. Overall, not too shabby. Good game. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I'm gonna just leave my camera on because Chex Mix are so cool and everything. You know, they don't really make a mess. The messiest thing about them, they leave you with orange fingers. Wow. I'll be right back, guys. All right, we back. How are we doing? Good, good day. Yeah, yeah. Yes. But yeah, how about Lane? How about Cade Smith, right? Comes in the game, bases loaded, nobody out. Didn't give up a run. Talk about a damn beast right there, right? And this was one day after he, low key, blew the game against the Twins. Right. So he totally redeemed himself. That's what I'd love to see. That's the beauty of baseball. Because one game, he blows it, right? Gets walked off. And what does he do tonight? Oh, yeah, he 1, 2, 3 against the Tigers. Bases loaded, nobody out. Yeah. Stud stuff. By the way, Chex Mix are goaded. Not sponsored, of course. Man, the day this channel gets a sponsorship would be one hell of a day on this channel. Just the fact that I'd have the ability to go, this stream or this video is sponsored by, you know, nobody. That would be an interesting time. I'll be like mid video, just talking, and then I'll interrupt myself with a ad read. you know. All right. All right. I'm gonna go put these back, and we're gonna get ready for the second half. Oh yeah. This app makes no sense. Now it crashed. Lovely. Oh, I swear to God, dude. All that time. Now it crashes. All right. Okay. Well, guys, as you could see, my app crashed again. And with me, when my app crashes, it doesn't come right on. No, that'd be too easy. No, it keeps crashing over and over again. And it tries to load, but it just will not load. I can always tell when it's about to come on because my camera light turns on, which it doesn't. Then it hits me with an error occurred message. Regardless, we're back. Randall pull up and in. It's right back to a 4-point game. 63-59, 3-ball, good by J-Dub. A 9-8. Yep, 9-8 quarter for the Timberwolves so far. Conley. McDaniels with the left, missed it. Hartenstein gives it to J-Dub. Williams works up, in for 2. What's up, Jacob? Here's Conley to Edwards. Edwards goes up and in for 2. The key for the Wolves is to not let the Thunder have another one of those scoring surges like we've seen many times. And there's a bad miss on an attempted lob. Edwards up ahead. McDaniels goes up and in. Timeout Thunder. 68-63 OKC leads. There's Ant talking to one of the refs. I couldn't tell if that was Scott Foster. Can Monday come sooner, please? I'm so excited to see Ohtani. Yeah. Unless Mother Nature gets in the way. Can you believe it? The Guardians decided to win tonight. I know, right? Especially tonight, because they didn't allow a run. Yeah. I couldn't believe it either. We were blessed with a semi-rare, this year anyway, like Tanner Bybee masterclass mixed with a Guardians offensive outburst. We haven't gotten both in a game. I mean, I don't even remember the last time we got both in a game. I mean, honestly, we haven't gotten both an offensive outburst and a masterclass from the pitcher in a game this year, I don't think. Just watch us lose tomorrow. Wouldn't be shocked. I would not be shocked. Jackson Jobe will probably go for like 8 innings, 2-run ball. And I think it's Logan tomorrow. So he'll probably give up a run, but then the bullpen will blow it. Because they're going to put Junis in. Junis! And he'll stink again. But I liked what I saw tonight. That's for sure. The Guardians have scored 5 runs the last 3 games. It's just, Cade Smith, he boofed in that first game against the Twins yesterday. Okay. But yeah, if for those watching and you're wondering what happened, why did my stream cut off? My app crashed. Again, does it quite often. More often than I'd, prefer it not to. Mainly my camera. That's the main problem. My camera crashes for some dumb reason. And I try to, turn it back on and then the app crashes. And then get an error occurred message. I try to reload the app and it just loads up constantly. Call it the hamster wheel effect. It looks like it's going to start up and it just never does. So then I have to do I have to restart the computer or reboot it, which it took, I think, 2 reboots and a restart to get it going again. So Dante DiVincenzo will enter for Conley. And Rudy Gobert will take a seat with his 3 points. But he has 9 rebounds. Naz Reid will enter for Rudy. Reid has 4 points. Randall last game went off. Tonight, not really doing much. But tonight it's McDaniels and Edwards showing out. So anyways, here comes the Thunder up top. Here's Williams. Pull up 3. No, too strong. Brought down by Naz. I remember the Cavs were really interested in Naz before he got extended. They really wanted him. They were probably going to go after him in free agency, but they kept him around. Corner for Naz Reid. In and out. And now here comes the Thunder. SGA on the screen. Drives up. Good. Almost too easy. 4-0 Florida over Carolina, by the way. 5:40 to go. Here in the third. Here's DiVincenzo. Corner. McDaniels. Short. Ugh. Here's Williams. Getting hounded. Dort over there as well. Williams. Kick out. Caruso missed the 3. Brought down by Naz Reid. He'll walk it up with Randall. Randall against J-Dub. Reid goes out, but he's fouled. I would not be shocked if the Guardians lose tomorrow. So, Anthony Edwards just surpassed Kevin Garnett for the Timberwolves' all-time leader in playoff points. Remember, the Wolves did make the playoffs, I think, once or twice with KG. But they didn't do much in terms of winning games with him. I think they had like 1 or 2 really good runs, and that was it. There you go. All right. So they caught a foul on Cason Wallace. Fans are like, huh? Come on. What? Right there, I guess. Slight contact warrants a foul. All right. Ah. Wow. There's a miss. Randall up, missed again. It'll go back to Minnesota. I'm going to see Gavis. I think it's Yamamoto against him. That'll be good. Ooh-wee. Yamamoto. Inside. Oh, a steal! Dort just straight up picked Randall's pocket. Said, give me that. Drive. And good, and the foul for SGA. Yeah, Scott Foster is the ref tonight. In fact, in the opening minute, he took a side shot to the face by Dort on a jump ball. Not the opening jump ball, because the ball actually went out of bounds on the opening tip-off. So they had to do another jump ball on the side circle, and in the process, Dort kind of got him on the side of the nose. Had him bleeding for a little bit, but it seemed like they got it settled down pretty quickly. That'd be kind of gruesome if, you just see him running up and down the floor with blood drizzling out of his nose. Oh, that'd be nasty. Oh, that'd be disgusting. Ugh. Yeah. Oh, wow. Justice Fitzpatrick. That's cool. Ohio State was visiting with them. Cool. All right. Here's Reed. Kick out. McDaniels. Drive. Up. No, I'm sorry. It's Walker again. Damn it. And he missed it. And there's the two from Alex Caruso. Timeout, Minnesota. Man, they got both. Was that capers or whatever? And oh yeah, it's cooked. They're cooked. They are cooked. Wolves are cooked, bruh. They are so cooked. SGA with 26, 14 for Holmgren. Yeah. Oh, I hate that. Get something in your nose, and it's like, I can't get it out. Oh well. We're going to get ass kicked. Wouldn't be shocked. But it was nice to see us beat Jack Flaherty tonight. Something that we haven't really done in a while. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. So out of the timeout, here comes the Wolves. Missed the last 5 field goals. Eesh. So 4 minutes to go. Kick out and out of bounds. They'll say Thunderball. Dante being reckless with it. 3:50 to go. Here in the third quarter. Holmgren gets it out to Dort. Here's SGA. Shea drives. Pull up. It's good. 3:28 to go. Here in the third quarter. Here's Alexander Walker, the cousin of SGA, and there's a foul on Caruso fouls Naz Reid. That'll be Caruso's third. Naz Reid to the line for 2 shots due to the Thunder being over the limit. Free throw in and out. And one more coming up for Naz. Naz Reid, pride of LSU. Free throw, good. So he splits the pair. Pairs. Ah. And now comes the Thunder back the other way. Here's Caruso. Drives into the paint. Out to Wallace for 3 is good. Yeah, here's where the Thunder start building their lead. They do this all the time. The opponent kind of falls dry, and these guys just get hot, pretty much. They just heat up. The lob, the flush by Holmgren. Watch out. Don't hurt yourself, Chet. I'm out, Minnesota. It's a 17-point lead. It's quick. It's crazy how quick things can change. The amount of pressure that's on the opponent to essentially try to just keep up with the Thunder right now is immense. Because you go dry on offense, they heat up, it's over. Because again, they're one of the best defensive teams in the NBA. They get hot, you're done. They start hitting everything, you're done. Now, with that being said, honestly, I think an NBA Finals matchup of Pacers and Thunder would be interesting. Because the Thunder, obviously, they can get out to big leads and shut you down. But the Pacers have made a habit of coming back from big leads. And also, they have what I call magnet ball syndrome, where they just will not miss. My goodness. They've had like the equivalent of like 3 Cavalanches in the final few minutes of like the last couple games. It seems like it's crazy what they do. Of course, the Thunder trying to go to Minnesota up 2-0 in the series. SGA telling his guys to relax a little and don't get too wound up. Stay locked in. Here's Randall. Out to DiVincenzo. And DiVincenzo back to Edwards. Edwards against Caruso. Lost it. Dantes. Well, there was a foul on Caruso. That'll be his third. The Thunder are inevitable. They're like Thanos. Yep. Yep. Free throw is good for Edwards. And he has 19. Tomorrow, game 2, Knicks Pacers. I'll be live. See if the Pacers can go up 2-0 again and head back home with a chance to really take it to the Knicks. Free throw, good. Made them both. Jalen Williams, J-Dub, is in for Caruso. Here's Wallace. Holmgren inside Dort. And they're going to call a foul on Anthony Edwards. And it's like, yo, look at that. Review it. I mean, he barely touched him. I don't think that really warrants a foul. He kind of... he barely did anything. But you know how these refs are. I didn't see much of anything. But then again, what do I know? You know how these refs are. They're going to still say it stands. Yeah. I've seen this many times. They're just going to say it stands. They're going to baby the hell out of the Thunder now. They're going to give him the MVP treatment. Ah. Hmm. So we'll see what they rule on the challenge here is. Huh. I'm guessing they lost their challenge. Yeah, they did. They lost the challenge. Charge with a timeout. 2 shots coming for Dort. Yeah, they're going to call that little bit of contact a shooting foul. Because that's exactly what they do. Free throw is good. No, he missed it. He missed it. Wow. One more coming up for Dort. Free throw is good. Here's Edwards. Races down the lane, goes right up, and he's fouled. Clearly, he had that on his mind the moment he got the ball. He had one thing on his mind: get right back the other way and draw a foul. Free throw number 1 is good. Number 2 coming up and good. All right, they're down by 13. No, I'm sorry, 14. Down by 14. Corner, Dort for 3 is good. Wow. 86-69. Kick out Dante for 3. No. Brought down by Wallace. He'll give it to SGA. Here's Wallace. Harton, yeah. Holmgren with the dunk. And they're going to call a tech on Holmgren. Probably because he stared at him after he dunked on him. Maybe a little taunt. Again, you can't get hyped in these games. Don't forget, it's illegal. You can't get hyped. See, watch. He's like staring at Dante like, yeah, boy, I got you. I got you. Dunk on your head. Freaking old old man yell at clouds refs that they have nowadays. Oh, you can't talk trash, can't get hyped. Drive, and he lost it out of bounds. I'm like, man, we whooping their ass. What are they always? I mean, are they really going to be that mad to try to fight me? We're kicking their ass. I'd love to be able to hit the showers. We're up by 18. And an offensive foul on Randall. Things just get worse and worse. Man, Minnesota going to go down 2-0 heading back home. They're in the Cavs situation. Right? Down 2-0. Oh, no. Yeah. Heading. Well, they're going down 2-0 heading home. We were down 2-0 going on the road. And then there's a foul. Now, the Pacers could be in that same situation if they win tomorrow, where they were once again, they could be up 2-0 heading back home. There's the foul right there. Kind of bopped him on the top of the head. Foul was on DiVincenzo. His second. First one's good. Free throw is good. So here we go again with that scoring surge thing, right? Like I was talking about. Thunder do this almost every game I watch. Edwards, DiVincenzo. DiVincenzo almost lost it. And then it's turned over from Naz Reid. Here comes SGA the other way against McDaniels? No, he keeps saying McDaniels. It's actually no. I don't know why. I think that's McDaniels. Probably because of the headband. He's obviously smaller. Here's SGA. Wallace for three is good. Oh my god, dude. Dude, these guys are smoking them Wolves right now, man. My god. Edwards. Threads the needle. Floater is good. 93-71. 22 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Williams to the corner. Dort to Williams. J-Dub against Edwards. Drives in on DiVincenzo. Goes up. Missed it. Tipped around. Taken by DiVincenzo. At the buzzer. No good. And after three, it is 93-71. Thunder lead. And they are well on their way to going up 2-0 in the series, heading to Minnesota. Wow. Oi. Everyone be together at the time. I don't care what anyone says. I'm doing this in a heartbeat. And it's a trade that sends Giannis to the Cavs, DG Allen and Okoro and a 31 first to the Bucks, and Connaughton and a 28 second to the Nets. If we went in the second apron, I'd be like, honestly, I would do it. But you would need another solid point guard to replace DG. I think the only positive there is you might get rid of a lot of money, but I don't know about that. Bucks probably wouldn't want that. They want more picks. Unless maybe you can get Houston involved. Huh. The Canes only had 7 shots through 2 periods. Hmm. Mm. Ha. Tigers fans are funny. They absolutely hate the Guardians for reasons. It's like, why? Wow. Damn. I've been watching this devil worshipping team do this to us for nearly 20 years. That's tough. Poor Tigers fans, right? I mean, I'm sure a lot of them remember the year we went 18-1 against them. The only loss was with Trevor Bauer on the mound. Really pisses off Tigers fans is the fact that no matter how mid or bad our lineup or our roster is, we will still always do this to them. McDaniels and Conley are in Gobert are in for the Wolves. Isaiah Hartenstein's in for Holmgren. There's a 3, but there's a foul on Wiggins. So it'll be McDaniels, Gobert, Conley, Reed, and Alexander Walker for the Wolves. J-Dub, Hartenstein, Caruso, Wiggins, and Wallace for the Thunder. Here's Alexander Walker for 3. Cuts the lead to 19. Woo. And offensive foul on Caruso. I'm sorry, it's on Conley. What the heck, Nate? Wow. He motioned like it was an offensive foul. Yeah, that was weird. But here's the inbound for Caruso. Here's Williams. Screened. No screen. There's a screen. And an offensive foul on Hartenstein. Well, there's the offensive foul. That'll be number 2 on Isaiah. Here's McDaniels. Corner for Nas is no good. Too strong. Brought down by McDaniels. Around. Here's Walker. Goes up and got it. If you're the Wolves, you just got to get it within 10. And you're in great shape. That's easier said than done, though, against this Thunder team. Again, they only lost 6 times at home all year. Goes up. Blocked by Reed. People were actually like, yeah, I mean, is this Thunder team for real? Or are they going to be like last year and fizzle out? No, I think this team might be for real this year. Here's Williams. Hartenstein underneath with the dunk. Remember, they were without Holmgren for a while. What was it, last year? Even part of this year, too. If they can just keep their guys healthy for a full season, this team will be like this for a while. I don't see things changing at all. I wish we would have kept Hartenstein. I said it before, and I'll keep saying it too. He would have been a perfect complement to Jared Allen. Goes up, fouled. on Caruso, his fourth. He's in. No, that's his fifth. Ooh, damn. So he's in danger of fouling out. One more and he's out of here. I assume they'll take him out. Free throw, good. Dallas and Edmonton. Hockey tomorrow. Dallas was down early, but then they scored, I think, like 4 unanswered goals. Free throws are good for McDaniels. He's got 17. Williams, step back 2 is good. And that was J-Dub. Inside. Reed. Backing down. Goes up. And got it. Nas Reed has 8 points. Pull up is missed. Brought down and lost out of bounds. It'll go back to the Wolves. SGA returns for Aaron Wiggins. 5-0. Carolina won tonight. I'm sorry, Florida won. They're up 2-0 in the series. Yes, that team is going to try to go. They're going to go legit back to back, I think. There's a steal. Back comes Caruso. Goes up, missed it. And we have. They're going to call it Wolves ball. 9-13. They're going to say a loose ball foul on Hartenstein. Back the other way. Here comes Gobert. Conley, open 3 is missed. Here's SGA. Pull up baseline 2 is no good. And now the Wolves will take it back. Looks like, is that Edwards or is that Randall coming in? That's Edwards, okay. And there's a foul on Hartenstein. Dort ready to come back in now for the Thunder. I see him walking to the scorer's table. Dort is in for Caruso. And Edwards returns for Conley. Free throw is good. Ah, God, I hate that. Yeah, right there. That was debatable too. Free throw is good. All right. 15-point lead. SGA. Step back. Little bump. Good defense by Gobert, too. And there's a foul. Nope, timeout. Timeout, Thunder. Timeout, Thunder. Yeah, like I was talking about before the series began, real quick, looking at what the Thunder have in terms of armor ammunition to keep this run going. I mean, there's a lot, right? Let's take a look. Let's take a look at their team, their team overall here, and see. It's like can they overall here, and see. It's like can they keep this going? Their core is very young, and I don't see them going away anytime soon, really. And I don't see them going away anytime soon, really. I mean, the only guys that are, like, I guess, possibly, like, leaving are all their two-way players. Brandon Carlson, Alex Dukas, and Adam Flagler all are RFAs on the two-way. Now, everybody's locked in for next year. They have no upcoming free agents under contract for 2025-26. Now they have a couple of team options that they have to pick up. AJ Mitchell and Jalen Williams. Jalen with an I. That's a couple of team options that they have to pick up. You know, it's nothing too bad. A $2 million one for Jalen Williams and $3 million for AJ Mitchell. They already picked up Chet's, obviously. And then Kaysen Wallace, Dieng, J-Dub. They're all locked in. They're all very much locked in. Yeah, they're not going anywhere. Not one bit. Now, what about Minnesota? Oh, and by the way, in terms of picks, because like maybe they want to add, they could always trade some guys like Aaron Wiggins, Ken Williams. I thought they were going to trade him. You know, I mean, they could trade him for something, Wallace or Dieng. You know, and they're not going to get rid of J-Dub. AJ Mitchell, Jalen with an I. They could trade those guys because look at the picks they have. This upcoming draft next month, they have 3 picks. In 2026, they could possibly have 6. 3 firsts and 3 seconds. Now, a lot of those have other aspects. You know, they're not really theirs. They have their own, but it might not be theirs. There's protections, I believe, involved. The only for sure pick they have is the Miami Heat's first rounder from a trade on February 9th, 2022. I mean, they have like a billion picks in 29 and 30 too, as well. 2029 and 2030, including 9 second round picks. Not to mention they have 3 more in 2028. They could just empty the clip of those second round picks if they really, really need to. Because overall, those picks don't really matter. They also have $3 million around their remaining of a mid-level exception, too. And they have plenty of room in the first apron. They're $5 million under the tax. So they have money to spend. If they so chose to. 3 ball is missed. Batted back. Wallace. SGA. Pull up for 2 is in and out. Taken by Reed. It's a 15-point lead. Here's Edwards. Gobert. Ant. McDaniels. For real this time. Drives up and in for 2. 97-84. Back comes SGA. Drives, pull up inside the paint is good. He's got 32. Wow. Drive, Edwards misses, rebounded by Dort. Here comes the Thunder. Trying to add back to their lead. Trying to stop any, when there's a foul. As, of course, SGA ends up on the ground. Foul is on Alexander Walker, his 3rd. All right, let me make sure we're cooking with the microphone. Yes, we are. Beautiful. But yeah, the Thunder are in perfect shape heading into next year. Everybody's under contract. They could trade some guys if they really, really wanted to. But I think they're in fantastic shape. They could add whoever they wanted. If they wanted to add another star player to go with SGA, they could. They have the ammunition, draft picks. They have solid role players to trade if they so chose to. Like Sam Presti can keep this team contending for years on end. And they can thank the Paul George trade for that. The Clippers gave them all that ammunition. So if they win this championship, you know who they're going to thank. They're going to thank the Clippers for that. Because they traded SGA. Drive inside. Go Bear with the slam. Yeah, remember the Clippers used to have SGA. They traded him among picks for Paul George. Here's a drive off balance, and there's a foul on the floor. That'll be on McDaniels. That'll be his third. Approaching halfway here in the fourth quarter. About 6:45 to go. It's been all Thunder really the last quarter and a half. Up and in for two. The Thunder have rarely trailed in this game. Even when they did, they didn't trail for long. Edwards. Pull up three. No. Batted back to Alexander Walker, who lost it. And now SGA going to bring it up against McDaniels. The MVP, newly crowned last night. They're going to call a foul on Nickeil Alexander Walker. Wait, yeah. I believe it's on him. 6:14 to go. Oh, yeah, right there. It's on McDaniels. Okay. Yeah. Just kind of pushed down SGA. That's, I think, just anger boiling over because they struggled mightily tonight. That'll be number 4 on McDaniels. Let's see if they rule that, flagrant worthy. Because he just kind of pushed him down. He didn't punch him, he pushed him down. So they're going to look at it. So it says call overturned, which means I believe it's a flagrant. Just he pushed him down. Yeah. It's the free throw. I'm sorry, he misses the flagrant free throw. So Conley is back in for Alexander Walker. Makes a second flagrant shot. Here's J-Dub up top against Edwards. Out to Chet. And he drives in, stops, but he traveled. Oh, man. All right, 6:05 to go. Here's Conley up top against Caruso. Here's Reed to Antwards. God. Anthony Edwards pull up two is good. Julius Randle still on the bench. Here's SGA against McDaniels. Drive. Oh, almost got blocked. He missed the shot. Brought down by NA Dub. Alexander Walker. Coast to coast is in for two. You got a little bit of juice going here. Okay. Oh, he's locking in. When he pulls his shorts up, the bottom of the shorts, pulls them up. Oh, he's locking in for sure on defense. SGA against his cousin. Drives. Kick out to Williams. Williams. Up and in and good. Yeah, if you're the Wolves, you gotta you need a big run here. But that's tough against the Thunder. They're just too much. Edwards. Reed. Drive. Corner. Ant. Drives. Up with the left hand for two. 105, 105, 92. Here's a pass to Williams against Conley. Goes up. He lost the ball. You forgot something, Youngblood. Conley will take it. Up ahead. Walker. Drives and he's fouled. No continuation. Right? No continuation. But he was fouled. So two shots coming up. It's on SGA. That'll be number 4 on SGA now. That was close, though. That was close. 2 shots for Nickeil Alexander Walker. No. First one is good. They're going to make this thing close as hell. I know that much. Free throw. Good. Cuts it to 11. The closest this lead has been in a while. It's been a minute since the Wolves were this close. But is it just too little too late? Corner threes! Missed. Brought back. Taken by McDaniels, who turns it over right away. Chet all alone with the dunk, but he missed it. Put back, good, and 1 for J-Dub. Foul is on Mike Conley. His second. Yeah, they just cannot close the gap at all. Again, the Thunder are just too much. I don't know if there's really any team that can stop them. I mean, just think about what these guys, did to their first 2 opponents. Right? The Grizzlies had no shot. For the most part. The Nuggets, they tried all they could, but they still couldn't beat them. 7 games. Gave them the biggest scare. Still couldn't do it at the end. Free throw is missed. Brought down by Ant. Still got a lot of time, too. I mean, 3 minutes is a long time. Here's a drive. Up and a foul. That'll send Ant to the line for 2. Foul is on Caruso. You know what this means? Bye-bye. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye. Hey, Caruso, that's 6. Hit the bricks. Hit the showers. Bye-bye. Bye, Alex Caruso. Bye-bye. What did Jim Ross say? Get it from Oklahoma? Nah, 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 nah. Nah, nah. Nah, 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 nah. Goodbye. Something on the order of that. Now, of course, if you're the Thunder, you're hoping that his absence doesn't lead to a meltdown. If only the Wolves would have been doing this in the third quarter, this game would have been so freaking close. Free throws, missed it! Bro, what are you doing, man? Down by 12, he split the pair. 3:24 to go. Obviously, Ant doesn't get the memo that every point matters these days. 5 on the shot clock. Dort got to put it up. Dort, pull up 3 is airballed, and that's a 24-second violation. 3:11 to go in the fourth. 12-point lead. Whatever you do, Thunder, do not let the Wolves get within 5. Because knowing Ant, he'll go crazy on these guys. Pull up 2 is good. Up top, Williams. Dort underneath. Nice pass to Holmgren, up and in for 2. Still a 26-16 fourth quarter so far for Minnesota. But I think it's just a little too late. 3 is missed. And a foul on Holmgren. Loose ball foul. That'll be number 3. And that will send Minnesota to the line for 2 after this timeout. Things are going to get pretty interesting here. If the Wolves can get it to within 5 in the next minute or so, or maybe even a minute and a half, they have a great chance. But, of course, to do so, you would have to hopefully force misses on the Thunder side, and they seemingly can't do that. They're not shooting that well tonight, but they're still doing so much better. 34 from SGA, 23 from Jalen Williams, J-Dub, and 20 from Holmgren. Holmgren. Dort and Wallace, not really doing too much, but they're still doing enough. Chetty. Speaking of Chetty, you would not believe the amount of the Cavs fans that would be like, man, I would love Chetty back. Chetty is like Sam Merrill. They're like the same kind of player. Gimmicky. They really do one thing amazingly and they do some other things well. But at least with Chetty, at least he could do some good defense. Thunder called timeout, and they challenged, and they lost the challenge. That's tough. So loose ball foul stands. 2 shots coming up for the Wolves. Yay. Again, I'll be live tomorrow for Knicks Pacers game 2. And we'll see if that game lives up to what the first game 1 did. Because if we get anything like that tomorrow, oh boy, that's going to be fun. You already know. So yeah, they're looking at the foul right there. They said it call stands. So 2 shots coming up for the Wolves. There's Julius Randle on the bench. Randle tonight, not great. 2 for 11 from the field. 6 points. First free throw is good from Alexander Walker. Right? Yeah. One more coming up. Hey. Free throw's good. Williams for threes. Good. Wow. That's probably the dagger. Right before the 2-minute warning. Wow. 3 ball in the other corner is missed by Alexander Walker. Here's SGA. 112.99. Drive up. Good. 2 minutes to go in the game. 2 minutes remaining. Step back and up top. 3 ball. Good for McDaniels. Overall, a good quarter, but it's too late. Here's Williams. Good passing inside for Chad against Reed. Goes up with the 2. Here's Edwards. Drives. He lost it out of bounds. And a foul on Dort. That'll be number 2 on him. Ooh. Free throw missed. Free throw. Got it. Splits the pair. Only down by 13 with about a minute to go. No big deal. Up top. Oh, stolen almost. SGA gets blocked by Anthony Edwards. Too bad it was out of bounds. And the Thunder will retain. Inbound goes to Chet. Goes to Dort. SGA against McDaniels. Goes up. Fouled. Almost had the N1. 2 shots coming up. That's on McDaniels. That's number 5? Or is that 6? I believe that's number 5 on McDaniels. So 1 more, and he's out of here too. But with less than a minute to go, it doesn't even matter. Free throw, good. There's Coach Dagno looking at a 2-0 series lead. They haven't had a lead like this in a long time in this round, since 2016. 3-ball is no good. Holmgren, with about 45 seconds to go, they're most likely just going to sit on it. SGA running around, guarded by Alexander Walker. How fitting. Two cousins going at it. Drive, spin, nice Chet. Underneath, goes up, misses, but a shot clock turnover. Yeah, tomorrow, 8 o'clock, I'll be live. Knicks-Pacers, game 2. As here's Edwards. Lost it. Goes to McDaniels. Misses. And that will do it. As the Thunder will take a 2-0 series lead, heading to Minnesota for what will be a beyond crucial Game 3 for the Timberwolves. Because, man, you go down 3-0 to this Thunder team, you're cooked. Let's be real. You are cooked. It's not enough to win 4 games against these guys. Granted, the Nuggets did win 3 of them. But they had an MVP candidate. 3-time MVP winner, actually, in Jokic. And remember, in that Game 7, Aaron Gordon was playing on one leg. And they didn't have a bench, for the most part. Their bench might as well not even shown up. They pretty much played games like the college teams do, where they rely heavily on their starters for majority of the minutes. So yeah, let's do the honors. OKC up 2-0 in the series on the night where SGA was awarded the trophy for most valuable player. He very much deserved it for sure. And now they're going to go to Minnesota with a chance to put a stranglehold on the Timberwolves. Now, of course, I mean, looking at the history of the Thunder in the playoffs, let's take a look, right? Oklahoma City Thunder playoff history. Obviously, they haven't been in this kind of game in a while, right? They haven't been in this round since 2016 when they lost to the Warriors. Now, believe it or not, they've actually, believe it or not, they haven't had a 2-0 series lead before last year, really. They haven't had a 2-0 series lead since 2012-13, where they were up 2-0. They would actually go up 3-0 on the Rockets and then damn near blow the series. And then they would lose in 5 to the Grizzlies in the second round that year. But they've been pretty dominant at times. Heck, even the year they went to the NBA Finals, right? They swept the Mavs, beat the Lakers in 5, and then took out the Spurs with a reverse sweep after losing the first 2. That's pretty damn impressive. Now, on the flip side, Minnesota, have they ever been in this kind of situation recently? Well, yeah, actually. They were in this situation in 2022-23. Now, they were down 3-0 to the Nuggets. They managed to win a game and then got gentlemen swept. Last year in the conference finals, they, again, down 0-3 to the Mavs. They won Game 4 and then lost Game 5. So, we'll see how they respond to this. Heck, in 2017-18, they were down 0-2 to the Rockets. They win Game 3, but then lose the next 2. So, yeah, it doesn't go well when they lose their first 2 games. They need to win game 3. If they lose, they're cooked. They're not going to win 4 straight against the Thunder. It ain't going to happen. I don't care what Ant does. You're not winning 4 in a row against this Thunder team. You're not. You're not going to beat them 4 in a row. But anyways, going through the box score. Of course, Anthony Edwards did his thing. He had 32 points. 22 from McDaniels. And then 6 from Randall, who didn't even play in the fourth quarter. 5 from Gobert. Bleh. And then 3 from Conley. Off the bench, he got some good contributions from the bench tonight, which is positive. 17 from NAW, Nikhil Alexander Walker. 17 points from him. Good stuff. And then 10 from Naz Reid. So he actually showed up, mainly from 2, though. Did not hit a 3 again. Yeesh. And then 8 from DiVincenzo. Overall, 36 of 87 from the field, 41%. 11 of 39 from 3, 28%. And 20 of 26 from the field, or from the free throw line, 77%. 41 rebounds, 20 assists, 2 steals, 7 blocks, 14 turnovers, and 20 fouls. Again, turnovers get you. Especially when your opponent only has 6. The Thunder, led by the MVP himself, Shai Alexander, SGA, 38, 26 from J-Dub, 22 from Chet, 9 from Dort, 6 from Hartenstein. Off the bench, they really got nothing from their bench tonight. 9 from Caruso and 8 from Wallace. That's it. Wiggins, Joe, and Williams didn't even really play much. They played a combined 15 minutes. And that was all mainly in the first quarter, first half. Then in the third and fourth, they rode their main guys. I was actually shocked they used Ken Williams and Joe, considering we barely saw them at all in the playoffs, especially Ken. But overall, 45 of 90 from the field, 50%. 9 of 33 from 3, 27%. And 19 of 24 from the line, 79%. 42 rebounds, 30 assists, 9 steals, 3 blocks, but the big one, 6 turnovers. And half of those were from Chet. Wow. And then 22 fouls. So, you take care of the ball, this is what happens. You win games. Shocker, right? The Pacers and the Thunder take care of the ball. Look what happens. They win. So, good win for the Thunder. Now they head to Minnesota to try to go up 3-0. And again, the Wolves are not winning 4 in a row. They might avoid the sweep, but they're not winning 4 in a row. No, you got to win game 3. You must. You cannot lose. You cannot lose on Saturday, because if you lose, you're done. The Thunder fans will be reserving their finals tickets at that point. You're not going to beat these guys 4 in a row. Shea and them already smell blood in the water. You go down 3-0 to these guys, you're done. You're done. Might as well just book your trip to Cancun now. We'll see. Maybe they'll shock me and they'll win 3 in a row and force a game 7. I would not mind that at all. But it'd be tough. Gotta win game 3, though. Take it 1 game at a time. Just like the Cavs. Take it 1 game at a time. You're heading home. Sure, the home cooking and the, sleeping in your own bed will be nice. But you gotta get a win. Because, this team's already tough enough to beat. God. When they're hitting, they're hitting. It's crazy. So with that being said, guys, I'm going to wrap this up. I will see you all tomorrow night for Pacers Knicks Game 2. And we'll see if that game lives up to what game one did, which I'm sure it will. So with that being said, I'm Crazy Dog. Shout out to everybody who came through tonight. Again, sorry about OBS Streamlabs trolling again. Yeah, my camera froze up. My app crashed. I tried to restart it. It wouldn't restart. I had to do 2 restarts and a reboot. Oh, I'm sorry, no. 2 reboots and a restart on my computer to get it to work again. Because if I get the app to work, it either won't even come on or my camera will not turn on. That's why I got to restart or reboot my computer until I figure out why the hell my camera keeps doing this garbage. Pissing me off. But yeah, big win overall for the Thunder. If they go up 3-0, like I said, the Wolves are cooked. They are done. They're not winning 4 in a row. It's not going to happen. They might win 1 or 2, but they ain't winning 4 in a row. The amount of pressure would be immense. And I think it would be too much for Anthony Edwards and them. But who knows? We'll see what happens. But with that being said, I'm Crazy Dog. See you guys tomorrow. And of course, the Guardians won tonight too. 7-0 over the Tigers. You love to see it. Feels good. And yeah, they're showing Rudy Gobert's numbers on Twitter right now. He stinks. Talk about like Jared Allen. He stunk. At least Jared Allen got points at times. His problem is rebounds. He can score, but he just can't get rebounds. He finds himself grandstanding too often, standing off to the side with his big ass fro. See you guys tomorrow. I'm out. Bye-bye. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Don't go down 3-0. Don't you know? Oh, don't go down 3-0. Oh, man. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Bye-bye. I'm gonna get me something to eat for dinner, for a little pre-bedtime snack thing. Yeah. Hey, yo.